Justine, and guess what we've got today? Brand new Apple Watches. We have the Apple Watch Series 6 and the Apple Watch SE to check out. Plus, some new bands. So the Series 6 that we have today is the blue aluminum case with the deep navy sport band, and the SE is the space gray aluminum case with the charcoal with the charcoal sport loop. Let's unbox. Tyler, so I don't have a child, and would you mind acting as though you were a child today for the sake of this video? You're gonna have to do your math.
Put me in timeout.
All right, let's unbox, starting with the Series 6. The Apple Watch unboxing process is beautiful. Like, just look at this. It's so graceful. Maybe that's me. It smells so good and fresh and new and fast. It smells like we're gonna get a faster charge time out of this watch. I hope this is a little hint of what's to come in the iPhone, because this color is amazing. You've all seen the sport bands that this comes with, but let's...
Hey everyone, how we doing? Dru Williams here. Today we have a very special guest. Welcome to the Creative Corner. We have iJustine on the line with us. And if you don't know who Justine is, Justine Ezarik is a one-woman digital phenomenon, techie gamer, vlogger, and digital creator. She is one of the top female personalities online, a popular brand ambassador. Justine has worked with partners such as Google, Lay's, Mattel, Microsoft, H&R Block, Toyota, Canon, Intel, eBay, P&G, and Starbucks, just to name a few. Just a couple there. And she has also appeared on shows such as The Celebrity Apprentice, Dr. Oz, The Talk, Criminal Minds, Law and Order, E, and MTV. She's done a lot. And she does a lot just besides creating content, which you can see. But earlier this year, Justine hosted the inaugural Vlog University. It's a training conference in digital content production, marketing, and brand strategy. I'm super excited to talk to her about that as well. And it looks like Justine is in here, and I want to get her on, and we were going to chat all things iJustine. Let's see if we can get her in.
It worked!
Justine, what's up? How are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Look at this crop, though. I have to, look, I have to
Yeah,
slow...
no, I have to move. I planned on, I was like, okay, there we go.
Okay, now we're good. I had to...
How's that?
I should have dropped everything on my shelf, I guess, too. But I think we're good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Thanks so much for joining us on the Creative Corner. I gave everyone a slight introduction to who you were. I'm sure most people already know that. But right off the bat, really quick, Justine, wanted to start off. What video game is in your console right now, or what have you been playing lately? I
mean, Call of Duty, but then I'm going to definitely be playing the beta this weekend, which is very exciting.
Right on. That's exciting. No more Animal Farm?
Oh gosh. So Animal Crossing, after about 700 hours, I kind of, I just sort of, it tapered off a little because I had to get back to doing actual real work. And, 700 hours is disgusting. Like, if you think about it, I mean, I don't even think about it.
Yeah, I mean, well, at least you're still getting stuff done. I was hoping you were going to say the remastered version of Tony Hawk 1 and 2, but have you been playing that?
Yeah, I'm actually at my gaming desk right now, so It would be right in front of me. But yeah, that was actually, before Call of Duty, I did play Tony Hawk. Oh, such a great game. My sister is in the chat as well, and we both, that was our childhood game of choice. It's amazing.
Lots of nostalgia there in the soundtrack in the game. I just had to ask because I know you're a big gamer, so that's really fun. But let's move into more of this YouTube type of thing. You started on YouTube about 14 years ago. For people who don't know, some people might have, right? That's
not been born yet.
Maybe to that demographic potentially, but you've been on there for a while. And as you started, you started with just making content, it seemed like, for yourself. And now it's kind of transformed into this full-time filmmaking career. Tell us about those early years, kind of why YouTube so early, and what were you kind of thinking those days?
I mean, I think it was just I loved creating, and my sister also, like I said in the chat, like we kind of grew up in like a very small town, so we didn't really have access to many people or other types of, I guess, cultures or interests. And the things that we liked were video games, and I loved, storytelling and kind of just, I don't know, being silly. So I've always gravitated towards making little short videos or films, like with my parents' VHS, and that just kind of carried through. And it's always something that I've loved, and now being able to do it full time. I mean, I feel like at this point I'm working 5 jobs at the same time every single day, because it's like we're producing, we're writing, we're shooting, and then editing, and also lighting. So it's like you're doing all of these things, and trying to hire somebody for that position now is that's like you have to be able to do everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it kind of turns into this one-man show, one-woman show, and then you evolves into a whole team. I met some of your team at CES this year, and you've got an awesome team that you're working with, helping you out. I mean, because you're at a point now where it's impossible to do it with one person. There's just no way.
It is, but there's really only like basically 2 or 3 of us. So Tyler, who I
Okay.
did see in the chat, who just filmed me juggling the Litra torches.
Nice.
He helps shoot and also help edit. And then Jenna also, she's always in the background there, like helping shoot, edit. And then we just started a podcast recently during the whole pandemic thing, which has been really fun. So we've been kind of tag teaming back and forth editing that. But like last night, we had to basically turn around the Apple Watch video. We shot everything yesterday and then edited and then posted it at 6 a.m. this morning. So like for that video, we shot it, and then Tyler started editing the first half while I started working on the second half. And then when he was done with his first half, I then took both pieces, put them together, and then the video was done. So it's kind of a weird way to work, but I feel like, we managed to get it done and get a few hours of sleep.
Yeah, a couple hours, that's all you need. No, you're in the middle of tech season right now, so you guys are just cranking stuff out left and right, and that's a really fast turnaround. I mean, the fact that you turn around, you spun around and uploaded it this morning, that's what we had previewing there for the first couple of minutes. I think the first 2 minutes we had playing the unboxing of the new Apple Watch. So what do you think so far? Are you satisfied?
Yeah, it's really cool. I just wish that
Yeah.
I was able to even like test it out, because I wanted to work out this morning just to test some of the new fitness stuff. But I was like, I was just up all night editing. I can't be doing a workout already. And then again, today, right now, we're shooting another video that's also going to be a quick turnaround and have it up tomorrow morning. So it's really
Yeah.
never stopping. But, I think the best part about it is, we're covering stuff that we love, and it is really fun. And the other good thing is there are sometimes, slowdowns in the season. So it's like, that's when you take your break. It's like, we always
Right.
know that this is sort of the tech season. So just get ready, get hyped, drink some coffee, and we're going to do it.
Yeah, and you might have an idea of some of the things that are going to be dropped. You might not have an idea. I know a couple brands released some things overnight just from firmware upgrades that were big announcements, and that stuff's really cool. So do you find it a surprise sometimes with some of these announcements, or are they things that you expect, or kind of both?
I think sometimes, I mean, it's really cool too, because now I feel like we do have a pretty good relationship with a bunch of brands. So sometimes you will get press reviews and early looks at things. And it's also, it is cool though to be able to even just like sit there though and watch like Apple events and have no idea what to expect. And so a
Yeah.
lot of that stuff is surprises to everybody. And it still is just really cool just to be able to kind of just sit there and enjoy it with everybody and be surprised.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's really great. So you kind of walked us through like kind of what your day was like today. As a content creator, our days are always different, and that's kind of why I like what we do is everything, like you said earlier, you do writing, you do editing, you do some post and production work. So what does tomorrow look like for you?
Oh gosh, I think tomorrow might be an editing day. I was like, I need a day to not be on camera or I'm gonna lose my mind. Because it's really hard because you have to like quickly switch into, okay, so like I'm looking at the monitor, making sure things look good, Tyler adjusting lighting, getting ready, and then I'm like, okay, well now I have to switch into, okay, I need to host this, so I have to be on camera.
Right.
And then as you're sort of going through and saying the things that you're saying, like I'm in my head sort of also editing, thinking about what B-roll I have to get. Sometimes I'll stop in the middle of a take and be like, I have to remember to make sure to shoot B-roll for that. But it's also crazy how much has changed during sort of this whole pandemic, because before this, I honestly would plan my days around when I could train jujitsu. So everything sort of revolved around, okay, I can train at 6 o'clock. I have to make sure I'm completely done doing stuff by 4:30. Or if I do training in the morning or afternoon, we would film something very quick in the morning. I'd go train, come back, get ready, and then reshoot, whatever. So it's really sad because that was something that I loved that really kind of took me out of this whole world of production and like into like when you step on the mat, it's like everything changes. It's just everything else is gone. And now it's like I don't have that. So like I miss it so much because there's really no sort of other outlet for it.
Yeah, for sure. I got about half of that. I'm going to be honest. There were some glitches on your end.
Oh
I don't know
no.
if you can hear me now. I do
You
apologize
you
to
also
anyone watching.
froze.
I can.
So I wasn't sure.
I got
I just
some
kept
of it, and then
talking.
let's. Justine, you still with me?
Hello? Is anybody here? So I just kept talking and then I
Can
didn't
you
know
hear
if you
me?
could hear me. Hello? Hello? Yes.
Can you hear me
Hi,
now?
hi, hi. Can you hear me?
Okay. So yeah, so I heard half of that. And I'm sure it was a great answer, and you went on for probably 2 minutes, and I was just
Well, I
hoping
kept
that.
talking because you froze, so I wasn't sure. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna keep saying things and saying some more.
Well, what I'm hoping is that everyone else they got it, and then maybe it was just on my end. I'm gonna, for the sake of safety, I am gonna ask you again. It could have been a double answer, but we might have had some people hop on and hop off. So, what does tomorrow look like for you? Kind of in a couple bullet points.
Yeah, I mean tomorrow, so I'm gonna be training in the morning. I also
Okay.
do like knife training, which is very, very fun. So I try to do that in the backyard. It's like a socially distanced. And then from there, I'll probably start editing a little bit and then maybe shoot and then edit some more. But tomorrow's
Yeah.
sort of like I'm hoping that it's going to be sort of more of an off day so that I can actually go outside because I haven't seen the outside in 2 days. And then
Yeah.
all weekend, we're going to be shooting some more Apple Watch stuff. So
Cool. I
just
think
really more
that's
stuff.
I think that's much deserved. And judging from the comments right now, it looks like some people got it, some people didn't. So Jenna got it, so that's important. So you just got
Jenna!
it.
Well, Jenna might be coming over tomorrow to do a shoot as well. So we'll see.
Oh, cool.
We can
Oh,
talk about that. We could talk about it offline, Jenna.
Yeah,
Jenna?
nothing. Don't release anything that you can't release yet. So let's talk about tech season briefly, since you're in the full swing of things. My main question being, are you tired yet of this? Are you ready to rock and roll?
I'm not tired of it. I'm physically tired.
Yeah.
It's like, how
Yeah.
do you keep up the energy to do all of it? But it really is fun. So it's like, this is what I've always wanted to do. So like
Yeah.
whenever I'm exhausted and, staying up really late or begging Jenna to edit the podcast because I might die, it's like, this is
Right.
what I always wanted. And
Yeah.
I'm just really grateful to be able to do it and still keep doing it.
Yeah, and you've niched into that. I mean, obviously that's your cup of tea now, but you've done a lot of things in the past because I guess when we first worked together, we were at Sundance about 4 years ago. I was a camera operator and you were interviewing celebrities. Do you still find yourself doing that, or is that something you've cut back on with content creating?
Sometimes, I mean, I don't really like to host other people's stuff because they always try to make you be what they want you to be, which is fine. I have no problem. I will read a prompter all day. I will read whatever you want me to say, but
Yeah.
it's not really that interesting. But the Sundance thing was really fun because I do love talking to people and especially a lot of creative people. I mean, I think I talked to Kevin Bacon on that trip,
Yep.
which I was like, oh, I'm such a huge fan. So those types of things are really cool. So if it is a right project, like I'm always down.
Okay. Yeah. So do you think that you might want to move into more acting or maybe some more TV shows and appearances and things like that? Or do you just kind of feel it out as you go? Is it something that maybe, oh, I like that show, so I want to be on it. I don't like that show. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. I mean, you just never know what's going to come up. So it's like, I'm always very flexible. And this is something that I've talked a lot about whenever I do any speeches or in panels and stuff. It's like, if I would have planned my life, like I probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. It's like, I feel like when I plan something just never either goes right or something actually might go better. So you just kind of have to be very, I guess, I don't know,
Kind of
just be
flexible.
ready for anything. Yeah, very flexible.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I kind of want to, shift the topic here and talk about your vlog university. because I remember seeing you advertising that. I remember seeing photos from it. What made you want to start your own conference? Because as creators, we go to a lot of conferences. We've talked and we've done this stuff, but why did you want to take charge and lead the conference?
Well, I went to, I think it was the Final Cut Summit a few years ago, and I met
Cool.
the FCM or the FMC team, and what they were creating was a very, I guess it was like, it wasn't like a CES. It wasn't like this massive thing, which they also do produce huge conferences like NAB. But like this
Yeah.
was so cool because it was just a bunch of people that liked the same thing that were like super just nerding out about Final Cut. I was like, we're people. This is cool. So to be able to sort of get all of those people together that are either, maybe fans of me, maybe not, but just have sort of that general interest in learning production and learning it from the perspective of, I guess, how we work, because it's very different. Creating a vlog or these types of videos, it's very different than traditional TV editing or things like that. So there's a lot of different things that we do that a lot of traditional editors, people that I've worked with, where I'm like, this is our workflow. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, don't know. We're making a video. Here's the footage. Let's figure it out. So
Yep.
it really is, I think a lot of the stuff that we do is you make this like in the edit, like that's your storytelling. So it's just, I wanted to share that and just meet people and hang out. And then I'm so glad that we were able to get that conference in before sort of like the whole world shut down.
Right.
We
Yeah,
would have
absolutely.
already been planning for next year, and yeah, so everything was sort of on hold, but I do think that it does have a big future, and I'm definitely excited to figure out what's next for it.
That's cool. No, I saw photos and the outcome looked great. It looked like everyone had a great time and learned a lot. And you're right. I mean, as a vlogger, you're creating that story in post-production, whereas, and maybe for TV or something else, we're doing that in pre-production. So it is a little bit of a backwards process, but how cool for you to, take the initiative and say, there's not a wrong way. It's the right way to do it. And this is how we're going to do it and spread that. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I think letting people decide for themselves, like make your own mistakes. Here's some tools. I also did a Final Cut tutorial with the Ripple training team, which was really fun because we kind of took them step by step of what I do to create a video, gave them all of my footage, and so you can just download the footage and edit the video along with me. So it's really cool for anybody that's like, I want to learn Final Cut. This is it. I mean, it's just all there, all the basics.
That's really cool. No, that's awesome. So obviously a lot of networking going on at that event, I'm sure, for everyone, for you and for all the attendees. How has networking, I always like to push networking because it really is a big part of our business. How has networking kind of helped shape your career? Like you met one person and then it evolved and blossomed and multiplied into this, and then you met someone there and it kept going.
I mean, I'm talking to you right now because we met in Utah, and then some random
That's true.
person who I met that watched my videos had this really cool light. And they said, hey, Justine, how's it going? Look at this cool light. Showed me the light. I said, where did you get that? This is at CES for anybody
Yeah.
that's watching.
Yeah.
Has no idea. I go, where is this? I'm looking for a light like this. They go, oh, they're back there in this booth, and go this way and that way. And then we went on this crazy chase to find your guys' booth, and we showed up. We're like, oh, this is so exciting. So I feel like everything is networking. And,
Yeah.
I think it's just very important to be nice to everyone, and just because you should be nice. But, there's been people that I've run into over the course of my years that have not been very nice to me. And it's like, you never
Yeah.
forget that. And it's like, why? It doesn't make sense. And then they always come
Yeah.
back and ask for a favor. And then I'm like, but you were mean to me.
Yep. That's when you say nope. And that's the way of the world, unfortunately. But in this industry, I think, hugging those people and holding them tight is like the best thing we can do for everyone. So you started talking about, meeting up with us at the Litra booth, and we showed you the torch and then the pro, and then we just sent you a studio. So
Hold on a second.
Yeah. Okay. What you got? You got
So I
some
just went
goodies?
and I've just been doing some reorganizing. And so these organizers are incredible organizers. So they came in and they actually made me like a little Litra box.
Look at
So
that.
this
That's
is
cool.
okay, well, this is an Apple Pencil. That doesn't belong there. But I've already messed up all of their organizing. But I have all of like the little mounts, the accessories. I've got
Yeah.
the filters. We've got so many lights in here. And the new studio, I'll have to send you a picture. But we just use this for what we're shooting today.
Oh,
To light
cool.
up some stuff. Oh my goodness. And then this is got it all nicely packaged.
Look at that. That is beautiful. You got all of your filters in there and the
Yep.
sleeves. How do you like the studio? I mean, obviously a big step up from the smaller torch. Isn't that great?
It's like, and just the feel of it, like it just feels so like industrial.
Yeah.
But it's so bright. When we turned it on, I was like, hold on a second. I think I guess I can turn it on, but it's
too bright.
nice.
It's what's lighting me, and it's on 5% right now. Look at that. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this is 47%. Like it's really, I mean, it's crazy.
That's so cool. And then if you
I
hold
love
that
it.
percentage, you hold that down, you'll go into overdrive mode and it'll get even brighter.
We don't need that right now. This
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah, look at that. So
Oh my
you
goodness.
use that in a recent video. How many Litra products did you use in your upcoming video? And I kind of want to make this, I want people who are listening to remember this because we are going to do a giveaway. And I apologize, I didn't announce the giveaway at the start of this, but we are going to give away a Litra Torch and a Litra Pro at the end of this live stream. So people who have popped off, I already apologize. But how many Litra lights did you use on your
Okay,
upcoming
well,
video?
we used 3 different models, but I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, 7 it is.
Yeah,
Remember, people, remember that. So, oh, by the way, that Litra Studio is waterproof up to 30 feet. So that
I
can
did
go
read
in,
that.
yeah, so that can
That's
go in the
crazy.
water. Did you see too where you can pull the battery out and actually charge your phone off of it?
I did. Yeah,
That's pretty fun.
it's great. Like
Yeah.
we're doing like a live unboxing here.
Yeah. Look at that. Boom.
Right? Oh, it
You
smells so
mentioned,
good. It smells like I love the smell of fresh tech. I also
I
really
do
love
too.
the case that it came in too. It was a very nice little like travel case,
Sure.
which was
Yeah.
cool.
And you got the modifier too. So you got the barn doors and then the diffusion and things like that.
We got this little guy.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Boom.
got a
We
bunch
got
of stuff.
cool.
Oh, it's so great. But thank
No,
you.
I'm
I appreciate it.
Of course, I'm excited to see that in action in the next upcoming video that we can't say any more about. Boom.
No, but
Ha.
it's going to be really cool.
Yeah. And you should watch it really soon. So right now, besides the lighting equipment, for camera wise, what's in your gear bag? Just curious.
Just got the A7S III. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. It's
Yeah.
so great because I mean, just being able to not have to have those time constraints or worry about overheating. The 4K 120 is incredible. And I think shooting in 422 10-bit, it's something that, we sometimes are able to do if we're recording externally, but it just makes such a huge difference, like not having to have a monitor. But we mostly shoot with the A7 III. And then we actually just got a couple Black Magics in,
Cool.
and we're going to be using those for some live stream stuff and kind of testing that out. So I'm kind of excited because
Super fun.
I have not had one before, so this is going to be really cool.
Awesome. Yeah, you'll get like the live switchboard for all the Blackmagic stuff. That
We got
stuff,
the A10
like,
Mini Pro. It's
yeah,
so
perfect.
excited, especially for
You,
streaming because like the setup that I have right now for like my gaming, I'm going behind the desk. I'm manually moving these HDMI cables from console to computer. Like it's a terrible setup. So this is going to just alleviate all of that.
Good. That's the idea, right? Alleviate the headache and make it as
Yeah.
simple as possible. Hopefully you can just press a couple buttons and switch angles and you're good to
I've
go.
watched so many reviews on it already. Like I'm already set in my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to be super satisfied. I've used that in the past. It's super awesome. I saw your A7S III video. You were in my neck of the woods in Utah. Well, sort of,
Yeah.
a little far south, but how was that? It looked really fun. It looks like obviously the video turned out great. And was it one of those things where you were excited about the trip and then you pulled out the camera and then you did the job, or like did the camera make it that much more exciting? I would imagine it did.
we were able to get the camera early, and so
Right.
he's like, so if you really, do you guys want to? We'll give you this early to review, and then me and my sister were like, man, it'd be so cool if we could like go somewhere. And then we just packed up a Sprinter van, packed up Tyler, who shoots and edits, and then our friend Jace, and it was just basically like 4 of us out there trying to make this video. And it was so much work just because it was just us, just with the camera. And I don't know, it was definitely a really fun experience. And we only had one, so Jen and I were both trying to film a video on it. So it was challenging, but also in the middle of everything that was like going on, I mean, it was great because Utah, we felt a little bit of normalcy because in
Yeah.
Los Angeles, it's not good here at all. So it
Right.
was really refreshing to be able to get out and make a cool video and I guess go to a restaurant and
Yeah. Yeah.
see people.
Well, especially down south, much more open space down there. I can imagine you and Jenna sharing the A7S III as like you guys on AIM when you were younger and you were sharing the computer or something. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, you've had an hour on the computer. No, it's my turn. So
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome. The video turned out great. Nice work. I want to kind of wrap things up here with just, I always like to leave the viewer on good advice, and maybe something that they can really take away from this, besides a couple of lights and a good conversation. For someone wanting to get in the industry full time, it's, like I said, you started 14 years ago on YouTube, and you didn't think you'd be where you are. What is something that someone just getting into the industry, what can they do to really make this a full-time career?
I think find something you really like, because if you don't really enjoy that beginning thing that you start doing, you're going to learn to hate it very quickly. So I think just find what you like, be consistent, and, just try to find other people that are doing kind of what you want to do, and just sort of follow their content, and just, try to form your own way of doing things. And also just kind of like take a look at what people are doing. And if there's something that's missing, like if there's something that you ever think, wow, I really wish that there was a video about this, like you go make that video. So a lot of times, I start making videos that I would want to watch if I were looking for a review. So that's kind of in the back of my mind. Whereas sometimes I don't go over all of the specs, because to me, the specs, we might just gloss over them, but a lot of people want to see what the product looks like. What is it? How does it work? Show us what it does, not just read some specs to us. So I think it's just like find a unique way to do something and just keep at it. I mean, I've been doing this for 14 years. Like a lot of content creators, it's like, oh, they've, surpassed my channel, but like I've been able to do it for that long. And I think that's what for me has been really important. So just find something you love and go create.
Stick to it. And like you said, every day is different. So if you're someone who likes a lot of change, but in the same genre, then this job is for you, let me tell you.
For sure. It's never the same.
All right. So what's next for you, iJustine? What's next with the channel? What's next with, what are you going to use those lights on? What can we expect from you soon?
Oh my goodness. We use them all the time, just for like, even if we have like a big setup, we almost always have them sort of somewhere, because they're so small that you're able to sort of light pieces of sets and things that you normally would not be able to do before. And the battery life is also incredible. So that's been so amazing. But I guess what's next is I'm probably just going to be waiting very patiently for the iPhone to come out. Well, I mean, and then it's console season. So probably, trying to fit video games into working, and then hopefully try to take some time off at some point in the new year.
Are you gonna be every console? Are you going PS5? Are you going the new Xbox?
I will get them, but I'm usually mostly Xbox, just because that's what most of my friends do play. But I'll definitely get the PS5 for sure. And they usually get the Call of Duty exclusive, so I have to have that.
Yeah, I saw that game engine demo, and wow, so really excited.
It's really cool. Yeah, I mean it's incredible what's happening in the console space, but it's also cool what Xbox is doing, because with Game Pass, I mean, you can be playing games on Xbox or on a PC or like on an Android. So it's you can take your games anywhere, which is amazing.
That's really cool. That's actually incredible. And that, I think we're going to start seeing more of that unified platform later in the future as well.
For sure. I mean, even Xbox has done a bunch of crossover with like Nintendo, with like Minecraft Dungeons, and even Fortnite, which I think was kind of the first that really pushed the boundaries of, we really do need cross-platform gaming. So it's been cool to just sort of see it kind of all evolve from there.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to add you on PS5 and 4 so we can do some onlining.
Yes,
so that'll be super fun. Yeah, absolutely. So we need to do the giveaway. We promised a Litra Torch and a Litra Pro. So what we're going to do is we're going to do both lights, and it'll be one each. The first one we're going to give away, the first answer is for a Litra Pro. The second answer is for a Litra Torch. How many lights did Justine just use on her recent video? How many Litra lights specifically? She said it in this live. How many was it? And then let's see if we get an answer.
All right. I'm looking. Oh, I'm so nervous.
I don't even see one yet. Was anyone listening?
I don't either. Oh, Emily!
Do you know this person? Oh,
yeah, but no.
There's one. There's one.
And then Alexandra. Okay, I'm screenshot. Okay, did you screenshot?
Yeah, I got the one that you were talking about. So it was it's
I saw Emily and Kayla.
Yep. So I got Kayla, Alexandra, and what was the other one, Justine?
Emily Sousa. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Yeah, Emily's great. This is so cool.
Yeah, nice work.
It for you.
There you go. Perfect. So we got that. So guys, DM us and we will be sending you guys, we'll get some information from you, and Litra will be sending that directly from the warehouse. So Justine, this was awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. I know it was short and
Yes,
sweet, and that's how we like
that
to
was
keep
great.
it. And just love what you're doing. Keep it up, and we can't wait to see you at the next show, hopefully sooner than later.
Yes, can't wait. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome, Justine. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.
See ya. How awesome was that? That's Justine. She's amazing. We were really excited that she wanted to come on and help us out for this week's Creative Corner, or sorry, this month's Creative Corner. We've switched to once a month. We will have a very special guest on next week, next month as well. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Those two people that I called out, send us a direct message to Litra, not Justine, but to Litra's DMs. We'll get you taken care of. Thank you guys so much for joining us for Litra's Creative Corner. We will see you guys in 1 month on a Thursday. Talk soon. Peace.